Where in Dark Souls 3, you can only do this with spells like Lightning Arrow and the Moonlight Sword. And let's take those two, okay? Because those two, we know these spells. When it comes to the Moonlight Sword, it's almost irrelevant that you can charge it, okay? So with the Moonlight Sword, it almost doesn't matter that you can hold it, because the release is so slow that the purpose of holding it, usually like the only benefit to holding it is that you can just kind of cancel it, right? Like just roll out, like fuck it. Actually, can you even roll out? I'm pretty sure you can. But like, it's not doesn't make it more difficult to evade the spell, is where I'm getting at. Whereas in the case of Lightning Arrow, that's what makes Lightning Arrow so deadly and so annoying, is that you can hold it. And so in the case of Lightning Arrow, being able to hold that spell really makes it so that that spell is actually viable, you know? It's a good spell. And so being able to hold it will have its benefit. It won't be a game changer for every spell. And some spell will get annoying because of that. But keep in mind, always keep in mind that there is passive poise now. And so the stuff that you might find annoying, you will be able to tank through. So always keep that in the back of your head. And it's going to feel a lot different when a soul mass hits you, and you'll be able to tank it to then give some back to the other guy. You know where I'm getting? It will change a lot how the encounters are played out, and this will probably reward aggressive play, which is a good thing. Speculation here, like I'm saying this with uncertainty, but keep that in the back of your head. Oh, also, important piece of information coming from Oroboro that I don't think you'll be able to find in any of these vids yet. I was lucky to get that information watching Oro. Oro shared this with us, and right now I'm going to be paraphrasing what Oro said in his stream. And this is some massive news. Massive news here for PvP. The way summoning is going to work, and that's red phantoms, white phantoms, putting your sign down in general, okay? So the way that's going to work is you're going to have these sort of areas which act as pool of summon, okay? You're going to have these areas within the map that are going to act as pool of summons, but every time you place your sign in said pool of summon, it's also going to appear in that other pool of summon. So it's like you place your sign at this one place, but this sign is gonna be at everywhere around the map in these pools. Like, it's like a pool that is shared everywhere around the map. And so when you're putting your sign down, you're not just putting your sign down for this small area, you're putting your sign down for all these areas, which is huge. This is massive, absolutely bazooka. Like, this is enormous, ginormous. You know, I can't tell you guys how big this is, and why is that so big? Why is that so important? Why is that not like, you know, some basic quality of life stuff? No, this is so important because this makes it so that it's so much more active, and that it promotes fighting, you know, not fighting, but engaging in multiplayer. If you put your sign down, you get summoned right away. That means that you have this quick interaction. There's no barrier into getting to play with other people. That's what it means. That means that if you want to play with other people, you have this really quick method of doing it, and it's not just a quality of life thing. This has some major ramification on the game, especially in the long term. And that also is an extremely good news for co-op. So, you know how invaders can only invade a group of people, so you cannot invade solo host unless they're dried finger. Okay, so dried finger also making comeback, named another way, but making comeback. So you're gonna be able to so you're gonna be able to invade, right? But you're only gonna be able to invade groups of people unless the host is dried finger, and that makes it so that there's a lot less possibility of activity. But they're remedying that by introducing this pool of summons that makes it so that it's so much more easier to summon someone. It's so much it's going to be so much quicker to summon someone. So when they said they were removing barriers of entry and make it easier for people to be together and all that. We thought it was just, you know, removing the Ember system or whatever, and it's beyond that actually. They really make it more convenient for everyone. And so ultimately that's a massive positive. This will increase activity, and I cannot wait to see how this plays out. This is absolutely massive news, and I'm very, very happy about it. Thanks to Oro for sharing that with us in his stream. How will it work for invasions? Invasions, this is kind of aside from invasions. The only effect that this has on invasion is that you'll be able to invade more people because more people have access to summons more easily. So you're going to have more groups of people playing together because it's easier to play together. That's what it means. And so you're going to have easier time to find invasion as a result of that system. That's what it means ultimately. Like, these are sort of small changes that have a major impact on the game, like especially in the long term. So sorry, going back again to the Dark Souls 3 example, you know, there was a point where there was so many red signs at Pontiff in the game's life cycle that it never really was an issue to find people, and like activity was never an issue. But we're at this point now where you're barely going to get like any sign at Pontiff, and so if you want to duel, you're always going to get like the same rendo, for instance. Where now, like, since you have access to all areas, it's like you're basically taking the pool of players from everyone in the map, you know what I mean? Like everyone in every map. And so you have access to way more players, and so the game feels a lot more alive, even in a late stage like this. So this is another advantage that this would have.